Hooked up. Let me have somebody else come out and cast. Good, yep. Oh, let me just show you one other thing. Remember, anytime the end of your line's moving, you can make a cast. If you put a fly on here and drop it in the water, you don't have to bring all this in. Just get the end of the line moving, and when it's moving, you can make the cast and pull it out here. So anytime your line's moving, you can make a cast. What's your first name?
Kevin.
Kevin, okay. I hope you didn't buy 2 pair of them shoes, Kevin.
No, I didn't.
Can you see that the back cast has a big loop in it? So, Kevin, just let me put this under here. No, just under your finger.
All right.
And move your hand back so I got some cord. Watch if we stop. Stop. Don't stop that way. That just smooth stop. Smooth stop. Look at your loops. Throw at the end of the rod. Look at the end of your rod. Try to make the line hit the end of your rod. Just do it easy. Look at your loops, will tighten right away. You got good coordination. Look at the loop. See it? Now you why it's tailing?
Did I drop it?
No, because you ain't going back far enough. Let me put a little more line out. Tailing loops, all tailing loops are caused by one thing. I'll get into it in a second, but right now, a tailing loop is where your line tangles at the end of the cast. You hold the rod with me, but I'll take the line. Now, let me make a cast. Now, when my hand comes off, you make this cast. It'll probably tail. Not quite. The reason it's not tailing now is he's not stopping. He's going all the way down like this, which I don't want you to do because you want to make, remember, you want to stop in a nice tight loop, right?
Right.
Okay. See it tail?
Yeah.
See it tail? Now it won't tail. What we do when you drop the whole line, but just make your regular cast. Doesn't tail.
Just hit my brother.
Yeah. Here's the reason. What causes all tailing loops? I can make tailing loops 12 ways. People tell you to shock a rod, you get a tail. That's shocking the rod. This ain't tailing. People say if you start too soon, it's tail or not, but this is not tailing. Any way you make a tailing loop, all tailing loops are caused by one thing. When this rod stops, you have formed a loop. Your line is not, let me do something to see if I can do this with the line on the ground. If you start here and your hand goes perfectly straight back, this rod tip does not. It travels up and in an arc. You follow me? It's traveling, the line and the line in the end of the rod, my hand's going straight back and forth. But if you're here, there ain't no way to get here without going up a hill and coming down. So, when you're making a tailing loop, what you're doing is you're coming forward and you're stopping and your loop is like that. It's out, that's where you stopped. Now, if at this point, that loop is actually above the rod, do you follow what I'm saying? This thing, that thing is in a curve like that. So when you stop, everything is going to go this way. But then if you push forward after that, now all the line is pulled down and crashes into itself. If you, I don't know if I can, it's hard to do this on the grass. You went back here and you went up here, so you got this loop and you stopped here. That loop would go on that way. But now if you come forward with the rod a little bit, you're pulling this here. That's still up in the air, but the front of this rod is going in the direction you want to stop. So you've pulled the front end of the line right behind the tip down here, but the loop's up here. And when you do that, this pulls all this down. If you just smoothly come to a stop, and the further you go back, if I go, this is the hardest part to explain, but if I just go to here, my line is aimed at the rod. But if I go back further, now line is pulled up over the top. The longer you go back, the more you put a curve in the line, and the more it's above the tip when you stop. It's kind of like if you're driven down the road at 70 mile an hour and your tire blows out and you hit a tree and go to the hospital. You didn't go to the tree because you hit the hospital because you hit the tree. You went to the hospital because the tire blew out. So if at end of any cast, after you stop, if this hand goes straight, 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 you've pulled this line here down below what was coming over the top, and everything else is going to follow that, and it crashes. I don't know if that makes it, but what you did, Kevin, as soon as I brought your rod back, you eliminated your tail and loops.
So bring it back
Yeah,
there.
so just take it back further. Now don't tail. Get the elbow down. Watch your loops tighten up. Now, are you trying to hit the tip? Are you hit the tip? Hit it. Can you see your duck in your tip?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, my tip, stop. I'm throwing at the tip. You're going throw duck. Go with me once or twice. Look at the tip. Forget the left hand. I'm hitting the tip. See it? Hit my tip. You go duck. Tip. Just hit the tip. Anybody can tighten their loop on this. Get your elbow down. Get your mouth shut. Look at the loops. Because he's stopping his stroke straight ahead. When he stops a stroke, remember that line coming out of the bottom of your loop is coming out of the top of your rod. Let me have one or two other people and then we'll quit. It's the direction in which you stop. If the tip stops going up, the line goes up. I don't care where you stop, it's the direction you stop. So if you want that line to go out there, you want the rod to go.